How do you feel about Brooks coming in as a new teacher?
It's amazing, to be perfectly honest. The level of students, the level of talent that I see in the classrooms is incredible. The amount of something I've really noticed, the amount of passion the students have, how invested they are in their learning, the fact that almost all of them always come to school. Not having to worry about kids in the classroom, not having to worry about keeping behavior organized, not having to worry about cracking the whip trying to motivate them to do their work. It's allowing me to actually teach, which is really fantastic.
Yay. So I'm gonna take a guess and say it's different from other places you previously taught at. So what places have those been?
I taught at a small school on the west side last year.
Okay.
We didn't have a whole lot of resources there, so there's a lot of improvisation. I did my student teaching down at home in Flossmoor, which is a very different environment even from that. So I come from kind of a varied teaching background, but I'm a fairly young teacher. So I've been a year in CPS. I did half a year down at Homer Flossmoor, so this is a heck of a change.
So you feel comfortable here?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, we're doing good. So do you feel that the students are actually grasping concepts as you teach them?
Actually, interesting you mentioned that. We just finished our first unit with specifically with the physics class. I also have a chemistry class. But in physics, we just finished our first unit. We're looking at, I was actually just before you got here looking over some data from that unit assessment. The new policies, you get to retake this stuff, which worked out really well in their benefit, because there was one section where not everyone was kind of getting it, so we took a day to go back, reteach it, go back over it, and reassess it, and I'm already seeing some marked progress. So they're working hard. They're working hard. They're making great progress so far, and I'm looking forward to pushing them even harder.
Well, thank you. So how do you feel coming into Brooks as a new teacher?
I feel extremely comfortable. I actually, yeah, it's fine. Excuse me. I feel really comfortable. I actually student taught here last year while I was finishing up my master's of art education degree at Chicago State University. So I was here from December to about the end of February. So coming into the school, I know a lot of the students. I'm familiar with the area and familiar with many of the teachers and the staff. So coming back was actually almost like a homecoming, because I really felt at home here when I was student teaching. So I feel really comfortable.
That's good. In comparison to the other school you student taught at, how would this compare?
Well, I like to say that from going from Brooks, and the other school I student taught at was called Betty Shabazz International Charter School. So they're extremely different, mainly because this is a high school and Betty Shabazz is a grammar school. But also in regards to resources that this school has, you guys are extremely lucky that you guys are in a state-of-the-art facility. You guys have access to so many computers and technology. At Betty Shabazz, the school is more of a neighborhood school. There's about only maybe 400 students in the entire school. So the school is extremely small, and each classroom maybe had 2 older iMac computers. So I was trying to work my way around, because a lot of times with my classes, I try to incorporate technology as much as possible. So that was always a hurdle I had to go through. So I had to make a lot of adjustments in regards to that. But just in regards to technology, it was like night and day. The students, obviously, too, in the age differences. So I'm dealing with preschoolers, kindergartners, all the way up to 8th grade, instead of dealing with 9th through 12th graders. So yeah, the differences were pretty extreme, but in each setting, you have to adapt and you have to make adjustments. So towards the end, I felt just as comfortable there as I did here.
Okay, so do you feel that here, since we have more resources and more computers, that the students grasp the concepts better? Or?
Well, I think that having access to those resources gives you guys an extreme advantage. Know that when you guys leave school, when you guys move on to college, that's how your courses are conducted nowadays. Some of you might even just take courses that are all online. So, and when you get off to you on application? What kind of computer skills do you have?